And now we look at example 1.3.9 again, this time by creating a cluster sample. So it's the exact same data as what we did with the stratified sample, but now we're going to look at a cluster sample. So the instructions, again, as a reminder, these instructions on math, arrow over to probability, this is referring to a graphing calculator. You are not required to have a graphing calculator in my class, so let's take a look at our online resource that we were using before for this random.org website. Here, I want to pick 2 of the columns for my cluster sample. Instead of picking a number between 1 and 10, I'm going to pick numbers between 1 and 6. I want 2 numbers to represent 2 columns that I'm going to take all of the data from. So let's generate 2 random numbers from this set. We generated 1 and 5. From my sample, I'm going to take 1 and 5. Now just a reminder, just like before, with our stratified sample, our strata were the columns. Here, our clusters are the columns. But it does not have to be the case that our clusters and our strata are the same. We could define our clusters differently than the way we could define our strata. We're just defining them the same in this example. And so the 2 numbers for 2 of the columns, we generated 1 and 5. Quiz scores in these 2 columns are the cluster sample. So let's write them over here. For my cluster sample, 5, 10, 9, 9, 7. So my first column and my second column, and I have 20 numbers for my cluster sample.